Mike Brrislin. I've been living in Grand Junction for 4 years. I'm originally from South Africa. I've been in the States for 25 years. Yeah, we are desert rats, and we just got tired of driving across I-70 from the Front Range to go play in the desert. So we love it here. If you're into the outdoors, you can't beat this place. Don't tell anyone, though. I always dreamt that when I retire, I'm going to build myself a shop. So it used to be little sheds and pads you can see adjacent here. And then I recently retired and decided I got to do this properly. And so I bought the steel building, and it's exciting. We are planning to build a house on this property. So the steel building, the shop came first, and the shop's gonna be used to help us build the house, a lot of the cabinetry and stuff. So yeah, so it's exciting. This is my next hobby career, I guess. So my plan with the building is to do a woodworking shop on the one side. I'm going to be doing a conversion on this van outside here as well at some point. I think the house is going to be a priority. So I'll have mostly woodworking, some metalworking as well, just welding and plasma cutting. My natural tendency is to support my local community, so I want it local. When I did an internet search, these guys came up, and I took a gamble. I didn't know them, but pretty quickly when I poked around and asked a lot of questions, you can quickly notice if somebody knows their stuff when they answer those questions. So, I went with it, and it's been fantastic. So, all three of the companies that were recommended to me all would have come from the Front Range. I was a little bit worried about the logistics, especially the time of year and possible weather delays and having to pay, for accommodation and stuff would have been built into the price. And when I made the phone call, I didn't even shop around. It was pretty easy. I also got maybe hurried in my own mind because I knew probability of steel prices going up. So, it is what it is. But it was a good excuse anyway. I wanted the building. So, yeah. So I think my building cost was right on 31. I also, there was no shipping. There was a bit of shipping on the insulation. There was a little negotiation there, which worked out well. And yeah, so cost was 31. The next biggest cost was obviously the engineered foundation. There's a little bit of a learning curve there to get planning clearance, and I got a local GC to just help me represent, and he let me do all the work with the project management. So, I coordinated all the things like the windows and doors. And so we are going to divide this property into two. You notice there's a Quonset there. That's manufacturing ceramic tiles. So my tenant, who's been a friend since 12 years old back in South Africa, they're going to buy that piece from us, and then we are just going to build a home and maybe an ADU on the lot. The lot's 2.4 acres, so we'll plan to live in the ADU and use the shop in the ADU to accommodate us while we build our house. And we're going to design our own house and build a house. So it's going to be a busy year. When I was originally thinking I was going to do this myself, and I quickly came to the realization that I needed somebody experienced. I watched a lot of content. I felt like I knew Eric from YouTube. He didn't know me. When I did make a call and we needed some extra screws and extra little piece of metal here and whatever, they were just fantastic to work with, very accessible. If I phoned them and there was a missed call, 2 minutes later I'll get a call back saying, we missed your call. Can we help you? And so that's fantastic. I don't think I would change anything. In time it might tell, but honestly, it's all worked out pretty well. I think it looks cool. I think it's clean, it's neat. Every one of my friends who I've brought over here during the production process says, I want one of these. So it's cool. That's a single word, cool.